I draw now in front of you two figures. So what is the difference between them?
That
What?
that the square that's painted in red is a 2D shape,
Yes,
and the second shape is a cube, so it's like a 3D.
like a 3D. Thank you. So the square, the first figure is a square. The second figure is a cube, or we can say a squared prism. And the first figure is 2D figure, which means we have length and we have width only. Okay, so we have length and we have width. But if we want to talk about the
Miss, I
three,
joined. Miss,
yes,
I joined late because my network didn't let me join in.
okay, so Adam al-Fahla, right?
Yes,
Right? Adam
yes.
al-Fahla, yes, Habib. So in this one, as I said, we will say that the first figure is a 2D figure and the second figure is 3D figure. 2D means it has what? Grade 7? 2D means what? It has
Has
what?
length and weight.
Yes, it has length and width. And 3D means, Zena?
3D means that it's a cube or like it has multiple like height and width and length.
Thank you. So it has 3D, which is length and width
And
and
size.
height, right? So we have length and width and height. So 2D means it has two dimensions. 3D means it has three sides. In our lesson today, we will talk about a cross section. So the cross section, we are going to take a slide from the figure. This slide from the figure, it could be parallel with the base, it could be perpendicular to the base, or we can take it with an angle. So we will study different cases in cross section. Is there anyone can repeat what I said?
Yeah, but we can
Miss,
see it.
it freezed. No, oh, no.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we want to know the names of the 3D figures. Okay, so first of all, we have to know the name for each one. So please listen and take a note, and then I will ask you again.
surface area, but we also want to look at what happens when we look inside of these objects. We're going to look at this lesson about what happens when we slice a three-dimensional object.
So our object to take what? Slicing three-dimensional object.
On different parts of these three-dimensional objects, kind of what they're called and all that good stuff. So
The first figure is what?
The top row and the bottom row.
Cylinder.
The first
Cylinder.
figure is
Cylinder.
a cylinder. Yes.
Cylinder.
And we are going to take a slide from each figure, and we will divide the figure into two parts. The first one is what? Listen.
Space is named after what shape their base is. Base doesn't have to be the bottom. The base is any shape that, if there's any shape that's not a rectangle, we'll call that the base. So for a cylinder, the shape is a circle.
So the base of the circle is what? The base of the cylinder is what?
Rectangle. Here you'll notice we've got a
A
triangle.
circle.
A circle.
Circle.
And for the rectangular prism, so this one is a rectangle. And
It's
if
a rectangle and the other one is triangle.
We've got a bunch of rectangles. Actually, got 6 rectangles, but then 4.
so we have a side is rectangles, but the top is hexagon. So for this reason, we will call it hexagonal prism.
And you'll notice, as I mentioned with the hexagon, the other sides are all rectangles on as far as the prisms go. The cylinder is actually also rectangle. Imagine you have a piece of paper, roll it up like a pirate's spyglass, and look through it. When you unroll that cylinder that you formed, you have a rectangle. So prisms and cylinders have rectangles for the other side. Bases, we call the other side the faces. Again, just to show you've got rectangles here. If you look at triangular prism, you've got a rectangle.
So you know that. Did you see this face? This the part which we shaded. Okay, so we can say that this
Yes.
one is a face, but the triangular we will say that this is a base. So we have base and we have face. So in this one we can call it triangular prism. So this one is what? triangular prism. If we will move down, so we have the first one is cone. The second figure, this one is what? Huh? The base is a rectangle. We will
It
say
is a pyramid.
it's a pyramid, rectangular pyramid. So this one is what? Rectangular pyramid. We will call it according to the shape of its base. If back to the next figure, so we have this one is what? This one is a triangle. So we will say that it's a triangular pyramid. Okay? If we will move to the next one, the base here is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a pentagonal pyramid. Then we will call the figure according to its base. Is there anyone don't know the name for the figures which is in front of us now? You know the names for the figure? Understood this part, grade 7?
Yes, miss.
Okay,
Yes.
let's continue. So we have, as I said, just a second.
We studied the
How we
shapes
will
of
say the names of the figures. The first one is what?
cylinder,
Cylinder, and the second one is,
cuboid,
we can say prism. We can, it depends on the base, so it will be rectangular prism. And the third one is, look at the base,
hexagon.
it will be triangular prism. Okay, and the fourth one we have hexagonal prism. Why? Because the base is consists of six sides. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be hexagonal prism, and the faces all are rectangles. The down we have a cone, and then we have a this one is what? The first pyramid is what? The first pyramid.
Cylinder.
Cylinder? No, the first pyramid. Down.
No, the first pyramid was a cone.
The first one is cone, and the second one is rectangular prism. Sorry, a rectangular pyramid, because the base is a rectangle. And after that, we have a triangle, so it's a triangular pyramid. And the last one, we have 5 faces, so it will be 5 sides, so it will be pentagonal pyramid. We will move now to how we are going to make a slide. So the cross section is what? The cross section,
A rectangular pyramid here.
the shape that is formed when you cut through something that is 3-dimensional.
A rectangle. Okay. There's a couple different ways to do slice. We're going to focus on parallel, perpendicular, and then we're going to focus on kind of random cuts as well. And we do this. What we're doing is we're looking at what shape is formed. We've got a couple different parallel cuts.
It's screen froze.
What did he say?
Of a red square.
The screen froze.
Yellow base, rectangular prism, any side.
The screen is freeze. Miss, can you try unshare and then share again?
Okay.
Form a rectangle. When you cut a cylinder, you'll see it right there, the cross section.
So you can see the
When
video?
you cut parallel.
No.
If I will take a cylinder, look at the horizontal slide, it takes a shape for what now? If you will take a horizontal slide, it will be a circle. Look, if it's a perpendicular, so did you see it takes the shape for what now? Did you see this one? It's a rectangle. You can see?
Square.
A square.
Mhm.
A square.
And then another shape. If it's pyramid, look at the base. The base is pentagon. If it's a prism,
section.
Yes, we can
Yes.
see the video.
Plane
Sorry?
intersects a three-dimensional object in various ways. First, we will start with a square prism. When a plane
You can-
intersects a square prism parallel to the bases, we see that the cross section is a square. If we tilt the plane up 40,
Did you see the first one? You can see the video now? You can see the
Yes,
video?
we can see the video. Yes.
Sorry?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, yes, you can. So I will start from the beginning. This figure is what now? Is at present, right? We want to take a slide, so please concentrate. We will take a slide parallel with, or a slide parallel to the base, and then we will take one perpendicular, or sometimes we will take it as a diagonal. So we will see together in each case what is the figure it would be. Please listen.
we are going to look at the cross section created when a plane intersects a three-dimensional object in various ways.
The base for this
First,
figure in
we'll
front of
start
us now is what?
Prism.
The figure is a rectangular, squared
When a
prism.
plane
Sorry.
intersects a square prism parallel to the bases, we see that the cross section is a square. If we tilt the plane up 45 degrees, the cross section becomes a rectangle. Bringing the plane all the way up until it is perpendicular to the bases also creates a rectangle. Degrees, the cross section becomes a rectangle. Bringing the plane all the way up until it is perpendicular to the bases also creates a rectangle. Next, we will look at a cylinder. When a plane intersects a cylinder parallel to the bases, the cross section is a circle. Bringing the plane up 45 degrees, we see that the cross section is now an ellipse, or informally known as an oval. If we bring the plane all the way up until it is perpendicular to the bases, we see that the cross section is a rectangle. If we pass the plane through the cylinder perpendicular to the bases, we see that all of the cross sections will be rectangles of varying sizes.
Understood that till this point, grade 7?
Yes, miss.
Okay, so we want to make a cross section. We want to make a slide from the cylinder. So if you will take a slide perpendicular with the cylinder, so which shape you will find? Which shape you can see? The perpendicular one with the cylinder. Did you see? Even if you will move a slide to the back like this one is a perpendicular one. So which shape you can see?
Rectangle.
Rectangle.
If we pass the plane through the cylinder perpendicular to the bases, we see that all of the cross sections will be rectangles of varying sizes.
Rahma, where are you? Zena.
I'm here, miss.
Okay.
I'm watching the video.
Okay, honey.
Lastly, we will look at a square pyramid. When a square pyramid is intersected parallel to its base, the cross section is a square. We can move the plane up and down to see that all these cross sections will be squares of varying sizes. Bringing the plane up 45 degrees results in a pentagon. Bringing the plane all the way up until it is perpendicular to the base results in a triangle. Moving the plane back and forth in this direction
results in cross sections of triangles of varying sizes. The reason I specify in this direction is if we rotate the pyramid 45 degrees and pass a plane through it, perpendicular to the base, we see that the cross sections are trapezoids.
Sheet